everyone. Today we are here at MICA's ICMC conference. I'm Urvashi Kapoor, Senior Editor at Jagran New Media, and today we'll be discussing on the topic Shaping Tomorrow's Leaders, Redefining B-School Curriculum for the Future. We have with us Dr. Githa Heggde. She's the Dean of MICA, and Professor Himanshu Rai, Director at IIM Indore. Welcome to the show. Dr. Githa, we'll start with you. In a world where industries are constantly evolving, how are B schools redefining their curricula to stay ahead of the trends like AI, sustainability, and globalization? And what role does experiential learning play in this transformation?
Urvashi, I think I would start off by telling that there is no program or anything happening without AI today. I've been part of CII and still part of CII in the Education Council of the Gujarat state, and there again the industry is only talking about AI. Since its inception, MICA has been started off as a capacity building institution and giving the skilled students to the industry. So that we continue even now, where we have pivoted into capacity building, capability building, and also as a think tank. To that effect, we are working closely with the industry and giving back to the industry in what they wanted in terms of skill building and so on and so forth. Talking about what we are doing in curriculum, we do still believe that the automation should be balanced with the human touch, and MICA is known for the empathy and the aspects of being human among the students. So at the core of MICA perhaps is the culture, the community, the creativity.
Coming to you, sir. If we talk about collaborations or partnerships, we say we should collaborate to succeed. So, how are B schools fostering closer ties with industry to ensure their curriculum aligns with the real world challenges? And can you also share some examples of initiatives or partnerships that have made a tangible impact?
So at multiple levels, Urvashi. So at IIM Indore, we talk about three things when we talk about the mission of IIM Indore. One is we say that we are contextually relevant, right, which means that every program that we offer, within that program, every course that we offer, and within the courses, even the pedagogical tools that we use are contextually relevant. The second is world class, that we have world class academic infrastructure, we have world class academic standards, we have world class faculty. And the third is that we produce socially conscious leaders. And for each of them, we collaborate very, very closely, not only with the industry, but also with the government bodies, also with NGOs, also with the community at large. I'll give you some specific examples. So we have our alumni who sit on the board of directors, the board of governors of IIM Indore. We have our alumni who sit on the board of studies of every department. So if you have, let's say, finance or marketing or operations, there's one person from the industry who always comes there. We have, as forms of electives, courses which are offered only by industry experts. And then we confabulate with them. We actually talk to them about where the industry is headed, what are their challenges, and we also do consultancy assignments, and not just the faculty, but also the students. And particularly, I'll give you a few examples. You also talked about experiential learning. We have two programs at IIM Indore. One is called the Rural Engagement Programs, where all our students, go and live in the villages of Madhya Pradesh for a week. And by living there, they experience the problems and the challenges that the villagers face, and then they provide solutions to that. And here, what we do is we collaborate with the district administration as well as with the village panchayat. So together, this is a three-way collaboration that helps us in what I call nation building, a small step towards nation building. Another example that I'll give you is a program that we have called Himalayan Outbound Program, where again, although this is an elective, but almost 100% students take it, they go and trek in the Himalayas. And while trekking in the Himalayas, they also understand the ecological challenges that the Himalayan region faces. Not many people know this, but Himalayas are called the third pole. And for the simple reason that the third biggest amount of potable water is in the Himalayan glaciers. Himalayan glaciers take care of 2/3 of the water of Indian subcontinent. And therefore, what we have to understand is that we have to sensitize our students. And once again, what we do is we collaborate with NGOs, we collaborate with adventure bodies who are working in that particular region, we collaborate with the district administration over there, and we collaborate with the industry to also help them in understanding the challenges that people in the Himalayan region and the rural areas they are facing.
Exactly, and that's amazing work that the students of IIM Indore are doing. Similarly, I mean, I'm sure MICA is also doing some great work, and I know that it's doing some amazing work. So, can you also share some examples of partnerships or alliances that has made some, significant impact?
Yeah. Sure. So, if I may go back to the the selection process of MICA itself, the reason why I'm saying is that we try and differentiate the MICAns who are coming in with a certain kind of ability, both the right and the left brain, confluence, so that they can have this human aspect in them, and come the creativity part of it. So apart from the other examination that they have to take, we also have MICAT, the examination that they have to pass. And the MICAT specifically focuses on the divergent and the convergent thinking as well. The reason I'm telling you this is that because going forward, as I already said, the industry I think now needs people or skills with both the creative ability, the human ability, the empathy, and also the data and the AI, as you had the data driven and in the AI world. To that extent, we have seen a lot of our students right from the beginning today in various positions, leadership positions. I would say in the first batch, 70% of our first batch students are already in the leadership position. Um, in spite of MICA being only 30-year-old, uh, they are 70% of our first batch is in the leadership position. That nearly 33 percentage of the second batch are either a CEO or an MD of an institution. And for the past 10 batches, we've had many of them in leadership roles. I'm sure this in itself is a testament that the industry has found MICANs to be different, and the ability of the problem solving is there to a large extent. Apart from that, what we do, as Himanshu already mentioned, there's a lot of immersion programs that we give for the students during the 2-year course here. We call this as MICA Innovation and Immersions programs that we do, academic innovations and immersions. Yes, there is rural immersions that they do. There is something called as My Impact, wherein they look at a problem, they identify a problem of the industry, and of course, industry comes and gives them projects. They work with the industry and solve a real case problems, real issue. And also, there is another immersive experiences that the student have, which is called as a C dot, connecting the dot, where they solve certain problems. So I think there has been multiple
The
problems,
list is never
multiple
ending,
industry
yeah.
collaborations which the students have done.
Yeah, so both MICA and IIM Indore are doing amazing work in this domain. So coming back to you, Professor Himanshu, so what do you think are, or what innovative approaches do you think are being introduced in management education to cultivate future-ready leaders who can balance technological expertise with human-centric leadership?
So multiple things. I'll give you 2, 3 concrete examples of this. One is at IIM Indore. At IIM Indore, we started a joint degree program with IIT Indore, because one of the things which I kind of found very weird was when I took charge of IIM Indore, that Indore was a place where we had both an IIM and an IIT, but we were not doing anything together. So we rectified that. So we have a Masters of Science in Data Science and Management, which is a joint degree program of IIM and IIT. And that program, while we provide the managerial skills, IIT provides the technical skills. And when we provide the managerial skills, a lot of them are personal skills. Second, we introduced a slew of courses around artificial intelligence, around machine learning, around generative AI or chat GPT as we know it. And we also introduced courses around ethics, around sustainability, around responsibility. And I'm glad that all of these electives are being subscribed. It's not that students prefer one over the other,
Yeah.
but they take a combination of both. And the third thing that we have done is we have tried to incorporate ethics and responsibility in every course, not just as a separate course, but we try
Not
to talk
just in
about it.
AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that is something that we are putting into every course. And the fourth thing that we are doing is, like I said, through experiential learning, we make sure that while they get digital education, while they get artificial intelligence, machine learning, business analytics, data analytics, big data analytics, they work with large language models. We also make them work for the society. So one example, we used our faculty, a team of my faculty colleagues, along with the support of some of the students, used a large language model to actually combat the problem of fake news. And they have created an algorithm where we can now predict a fake news with 95% accuracy. So that's an example of us being sensitive to a social issue and then trying to use artificial intelligence to resolve that social issue. And when we make a caselet out of it and teach it in the class, people get to know not just about the digital part, not just about the artificial intelligence part, but also about the social part, also about the sensitivity part. And the third thing that we are doing is, and this is a personal thing, about what I feel very strongly about, is that people have this tendency of talking about hard skills and soft skills. And I'm trying to do away with this word soft skills because it's the hardest skill to learn, all of these. So we call them people skills. So instead of hard skills and soft skills, we call them technical skills and people skills. And we are trying to bring the two together in the curricula and the pedagogy both.
Awesome. So, the next question that I want to ask is not the one that I decided to ask, but I'm very curious to know about that fake news. Is that a tool that was developed by one of your students?
No, it was a tool which was developed by a team of us. I personally led that team, and it has my faculty colleagues. And we obviously took the help of our students, our doctoral students, so on and so forth. So it's an algorithm that we have created where when you enter so what we did was we looked at 65,000 news inputs, which we a priori knew whether they were fake or otherwise. And then we trained our algorithm, our tool, and now it has gotten 95% accuracy with text.
Awesome.
So if you feed a text news, now we are working on the second stage, which is
photos and videos and audios. Awesome. So, in Jagran as well, we have developed a tool by the name Message Check. So, any user who, that's a dashboard, and a user can enter a query or any claim that he wants to check. And then that tool will tell them whether it's a misinformation or a disinformation or whether it is tool. And it will also fetch results of the existing fact checks that we have in the system. If that is not already in our system, we will just make the guesswork and then predict, or maybe, if it is already in the system, we'll give them the fact check. So, there are a lot many things that can be done and which has already been in the pipeline. So, and that's the amazing, it's great to see that how IIM Indore and MICA are adopting innovative approaches. Coming back to you, Dr. Githa, and with the same question. So what innovative approaches are being introduced in management education to cultivate future-ready leaders who can balance technological expertise with human-centric leadership?
So I think MICA organically has been very innovative and creative, as I already mentioned. We have very signature courses that are widely loved by our students and students who aspire to become MICAns. Courses such as storytelling, metaphors and narratives, imagining India, semiotics, also consumer insights, decoding consumer insights. And these are, I think, courses that really get the human aspects, understanding of the human aspects and the customer aspects very, very deeply and very in an insightful manner. Apart from that, regarding the data ability of our students, we do have programs and courses that offer or skill them more into the data bit of learning. Data visualization is one such program, which is very interesting and interesting for the students. We also have an entire program, DSBA, which is and a specialization, data sciences and business analytics. And there are multiple new programs courses and programs being added so that the technology and the human aspect is learned to by the students. Our curriculum and learning is, pedagogy is something known as rhizomatic learning, wherein it is a non-linear understanding and multidisciplinary in nature. So students think in a different fashion. I think thinking aspect is also taken into consideration. So I think these are what we do in a way, learning at MICA. Yeah.
So that's all for this interview, and thank you so much, sir and ma'am, for giving your valuable time. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure, Urvashi.
Thank you.